Hi there, it's Hélène again, and if it is your first time watching, welcome. I am bringing you a makeup tag today, and I'm really excited. And before I forget, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you like the content on this channel, why not subscribe? I think it would be a good idea. Do you think it would be a good idea? At least I think so. So, this makeup tag, as I get comfy, I always sit cross-legged when I do these videos. I don't know why. I'm just comfortable. And so if you see me shuffling, that's what I'm doing. All right, on with the show. So this makeup tag was created by Spooky Lips and Fat Hips, and she is absolutely fabulous. I love her. I love her videos. She's kind of neat, she's quirky, and never boring. So let's get on to these questions. The tag has 15 questions, and I will do my best to answer them all. I just finished a room tour so that I could have some footage to help answer some of the questions, and hopefully the editing version of Hélène will do a good job in putting those in. So, how often do you wash your makeup brushes or sponges? I am going to say, realistically, it's about once a month. And I have a specific bar of soap that I use to wash my brushes, and I'm going to just go and get it because I think it's kind of neat. Here it is. So you can see, I think you can see, that it used to be a regular bar of soap, but I use the soap and I brush back and forth and rinse and brush back and forth and rinse to get the brushes clean. I do not believe in a solid brush cleaner. A $1.99 bar of Dove soap works just great, and that is the way I brush. So once a month is pretty much what I do, and when I feel like the consistency of the brush is not the same anymore, like it's probably has some face oil and stuff on it, that's when I go and stop and just wash my brushes. And I have backups of a number of brushes because I let my brushes dry for 2 days. I do not like to have any sort of moisture in the brush because I think that that will cause me to have to wash them sooner. I realize it's probably not ideal as far as how often to wash brushes, but hey, I wash them. The second question is, how do you organize your makeup collection? And I am going to insert some of the video from my room tour so that you can see that answer. The long story short is that I use the middle drawer that is right behind the camera here. So this is my drawer of everyday makeup stuff. So on the left I have my cleansers, facial scrubs, hair stuff and deodorant. And these are cream and powder products that right now they're not really in the rotation, so I've put them off to the side, with the exception of these three guys I am currently using, but they don't fit in these containers. And now in these two I have all the makeup that I'm using like on a very, very daily basis, and or that I am panning. So right now I've got these products I'm panning, some more that I'm panning. You see all the Boing products from the 2 erase cases down there, plus some other stuff I'm panning. This is part of my brand new focus on the letter B. I've got a couple of Butter London things here, some more panning stuff that you may or may not recognize if you've seen my panning series down there. And that is pretty much it. The shelf above has a basket with all of my contour products pretty much. Unless I'm using it a lot, then it's right on this shelf. And I rotate my contour products. Down here you'll see I have a bunch of contour palettes. And behind the basket above there is a box full of samples. That's where I keep my samples. Now since that basket is not there, you can see the infamous box of samples. It is full to the brim. I won't bother opening that up. And behind me here, you're going to see a bunch of glass jars, and that has perfume samples, 2 samples of different creams, and a bunch of lipsticks. And over here, you're going to see my Urban Decay lipsticks, another glass jar of miscellaneous lipsticks, and in between the two, all of my eyeshadow singles. I think that covers quite a bit of it. Oh, and to my right in this cabinet is where I keep my empties bag, my train case with all my extras and my samples that I give to friends and family, and then at the bottom where I keep all of my travel items and my backups of larger items like creams and toners and that kind of thing. I think I've answered the question. Do you put your makeup products away after you are done using them or leave them out for tomorrow? No, I put them all back every night. My counter is completely clean and decluttered. Everything is back to where it needs to be because I hate not being able to find something, and I don't like clutter, especially since this part of the bathroom is a shared area, and I think it's just respectful to put things back. If I had my own bathroom all to myself, I can't say that I would necessarily do the same thing. Loose or pressed powders. I have tended to the pressed powders so far, but I do have a couple of containers, one from CoverGirl and one from Maybelline that are, like the Fit Me, that are loose. But I'm probably gonna take, it's gonna take 2-3 months for me to get to them. I bought them when I did not quite realize how long powders took to finish. Do you ever fall asleep without taking your makeup off? I am going to say it's once or twice a year at most, and it is like a 2 to 4 a.m. end of night kind of a situation, or that I'm not feeling well or something, but it's very, very rare. I would even say once or twice a year is high. So maybe once a year? Yeah, it's very rare. What makeup rules do you like to break? All of them. I will use lip liner as eyeliner. I will use eyeliner as lip liner. I will use powder, like you put cream back on after powder. I will use contour cream as eyebrow. To me, makeup is face paint, and I don't have any regard for the rules. Do I listen to advice on how to apply and try it out? Sure. But I'm also going to try different things and bend the products to what I want to do. So that's my answer. I spent last week, for the most part, putting blush on my eyes, so yeah, I don't observe the rules. Will I use a product even if it is cracked or broken? Yep, I have no problem with that. I may depot it. I may depot it into something that is safer or more user-friendly, but yeah, I don't have a problem with that. Do you wait to pan a product completely before you replace it? Well, that would assume that I don't keep buying stuff that I really don't need a replacement for because I just want to try a different brand. If we ignore that part, yeah, I want to use a product until it's completely done, unless I really don't like it, in which case I may just declutter it. I've done that this last month. I decluttered 2 eyeliner, sorry, not eyeliners, lip liners that just sucked. And so I didn't worry about finishing it. But I will repress powder, I will depot something to use it up completely. I mean, I am actually really big on that. I use those little Sephora sample containers to depot lipstick beyond the plastic stopper. I do that as well for cream products. I will cut a tube open to get at the cream, and so I'll use one of those little sample containers to put the excess cream that I get in there. So anytime, if you watch any of my empties videos, you will see that I get at that every last little drop of product, because dang it, I paid for it. And any percentage of product I leave in the container, as long as it's still good, it's a waste of money. So yeah, no, I get everything out. Now, like I said, I do buy extras that I probably don't need because I want to try stuff out. How do I feel about sharing makeup? I don't have a problem with sharing makeup. Especially eyeshadow, I sanitize my palettes in the same way that a makeup artist would. In fact, under my sink, I have a bottle of alcohol. I'll get it. So I spray my eyeshadow palettes on a regular basis, especially since my rotation of eyeshadow palettes is sporadic because I have dozens of them, as you can see behind there. So I will spray my eyeshadow palettes if I'm going to, I know I'm going to go for a while without using it. I would rather it be clean, and then if my friends want to come and play with my eyeshadow, I will provide clean brushes and sanitized eyeshadows to play around with. I don't have a problem with it. Is it 100% like new after using the alcohol? No, but I don't have as much of an issue with powder products. I do not share cream products, but powder products I don't have a problem with. And if anything, a makeup party is just a fun thing to do. How do you feel about buying or trading used makeup? I have done it. I have 2 items in my collection that are used. The matte, it's not the matte exposure palette from Smashbox. That one is a used palette, and then the Benefit Cheekathon is also a used product that I definitely sanitized 100% when I got it, and really cleaned it up, and I felt very good about it. I have no problem using it. What I do find though is that I don't have the same feeling towards those products as I might with a new palette. So that was a learning experience for me, and because of that, I don't think that I'll be buying any sort of palette or any other product for that matter used ever again, unless it was purchased and never used. I have done some of that as well, where I've purchased palettes for 50% off, checking that they were authentic from folks just because they bought it. It sat in their collection for whatever certain amount of time, and then they were getting rid of it. So I had no problem. It was still in the original packaging. They still had the box, everything, and it was in pristine condition, not even swatched or anything. So that I don't have an issue. Is it used? Technically, because I'm the second owner, but to me they were brand new. A couple of palettes where that happened was the Just Peachy, the Sweet Peach, and I did check that the Sweet Peach was authentic. I did my research. And then the other one is the Tarte. This Tarte Z palette was secondhand, but it was brand new, never used in the original box. How's that for a full answer? How often do you declutter makeup? Really not much. The only reason I decluttered last month was because those 2 liners were just awful, and I was sick of it. But as far as having a makeup collection, I've only had a makeup collection going on less than a year and a half, as far as something substantial. And then the beginnings of my makeup collection were September or November of 2016. So we're going on just 2 years of me really having makeup beyond a couple of lipsticks and a couple of eye pencils and a mascara, because I had big problems with my skin, and I've done a couple of videos on that, and you can take a look. Those were some of the first videos that I put up on YouTube. So now I am unleashed and I am playing. So it's going to be a while before I do a declutter. I have a couple of items in mind, but I'll be using them over the next number of months before I decide whether or not it's time for me to actually do a serious declutter. Do I use my fingers to apply makeup? Hell yes. I think the fingers are the best tool that we have. You can feel what you're doing, you can have a level of precision for the big stuff that you cannot have with a tool. No one will convince me of that. So when I'm using cream products, I do tend to use my fingers a lot. I will use my brushes for various things, but I have to say that unless I'm doing real detail work where my fingers just can't get to where I need them to get them to do what I need them to do, I will absolutely use my fingers. I would say 75% of the time. So I use my fingers a lot. Not so much for powder products, except for eyeshadow, but definitely cream products. What products, if any, do you hoard in your purse, bag, or backpack? The only thing I can think of is lip balm. But even that, I tend to take out of my purse. When I am done in a day, I will take everything out of the purse. So once in a while I forget a lip balm, but if I've put a lipstick in that purse, I want the lipstick back in my collection because I want to know where it is. I do have, you know, at this point over 100 lipsticks, but I like to keep them organized because when I'm looking for a color and I can't find it, no, I don't like that. What is my least favorite step in my makeup routine? I think using makeup remover is my least favorite. Depending on the day, if I'm having a bad eyebrow day, I hate doing my eyebrow. And sometimes my lipstick doesn't apply the way I would want it to. But yeah, I would definitely say that taking my makeup off sucks. Yeah, it's messy, it's goopy. I dislike taking off liner and mascara because they just seem to cling to my eye like nobody's business. And even though I have like good makeup removers, but yeah, that's probably my least favorite. And what is your worst makeup memory? I'm going to say, actually, I won't give makeup memory because I don't really have a really bad makeup memory. I have a skincare memory. So I was just brand new to using the Neutrogena Rapid Wrinkle Repair. I'll just get it so I can show it to you. I got my backup box because the one I'm using right now is almost empty and it looks kind of funky. So this product is great. I think this is my 5th one, so I use it a lot. And it is a retinol product, and last June, so just over a year ago, I went to a TEDx Winnipeg event and I had just started using this, and in the afternoon people were looking at me funny, but I didn't know why, and I hadn't needed to go to the bathroom, so I didn't check what was going on with my face. And I had on a liquid lip, so I wasn't worried about liquid, like lipstick being all over. And only at the end of the event, at the very end, I get to the washroom and I have flaking skin the size of a cornflake on my face, and it had been developing all day, and folks were looking at me funny but didn't want to embarrass me or ask me about it. If you see something like that on somebody's face, could you just say something? Because I could have easily flaked it off. Anyway, I walked home because I like to walk. I walked home from that event. It took me about 40 minutes to go home, and I was mortified the whole way. And so yeah, not a makeup memory, but definitely a having to do with my face memory. And so I have started to bring a mirror with me everywhere I go, and I think that experience contributed to me having let me get some has led to me having a compact mirror for every occasion. I need to be able to see myself in a compact no matter what. So I have these 3, and then I have a blotting paper compact with a mirror in it as well, because that event told me that I am better off checking every time there's a break or whatever, just doing a little quick check, because that way I can be confident and not worry about it, because yes, that experience has instilled a fear in me that something's going on with my face that I'm not aware of, whether I am wearing makeup or not. So those are my 15 answers to spooky lips and fat hips questions. Thank you so much for developing this tag. It was a lot of fun, and I have been enjoying watching other people's videos, and I hope that I have produced something a little entertaining at the same time. So again, thank you. I appreciate you watching as well. If you have any comments, please leave them down below. Do you do some of the same stuff? Do you not? I would love to hear. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you like the content on this channel, are you subscribed? If not, why not? See you next time. Bye now, and take care. Hi there, it's Hélène.